You're not broke. You just feel like you are. And that feeling, it's not coming from your bank account. It's coming from the quiet realization that time is moving. And you're not sure you're moving with it. There's a financial behavior almost everyone in their 20s thinks is normal. You wake up, you work, you scroll, you decompress, you treat yourself. You promise you'll get serious next month. That cycle feels responsible, adult, safe. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not losing money. You're leaking time. And time doesn't send you a notification when it's running out. You don't notice it in one dramatic collapse. It slips away in tiny, reasonable decisions. A year here, 2 years there. A job you tolerate for now. Skills you'll build. Eventually. Investments. You'll start once things settle. You tell yourself you're fine because you're not in crisis. But what if the real danger isn't being broke? What if it's being comfortable, while your leverage window quietly closes? Because this is the part no one talks about. Your 20s aren't powerful because of how much you earn. They're powerful because of how much time compounds. And most people trade that away for short-term stability. So the real question isn't how do I make more money? It's this. What is your current life costing your future self? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's unpack that. 1, the illusion of I'm doing okay. You probably don't feel reckless. You pay your bills. You're not drowning in debt. Maybe you even save a little. On paper, you look fine. But pause for a second. If I asked you, are you building wealth? Or are you maintaining survival? Would you hesitate? That hesitation is the leak. Most people in Tier 1 countries, the US, UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, earn more than 90% of the world. Proper privilege, right? Yet so many still feel behind. Why? Because income isn't the same as leverage. You can earn 70K, 90K, even 120K, and still be trading your prime years purely for consumption. Rent rises, lifestyle inflates. You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your car, you upgrade your apartment because, hey, you work hard. And slowly, your cost of living locks you into your current pace. You didn't get richer, you just got more expensive. And now you can't slow down. Here's the quiet danger. The more you normalize this, the more your future becomes dependent on continuous effort. You don't own your time. You rent it back from your employer. And if that makes you slightly uncomfortable, good. Because this is where most people stay stuck. They mistake stability for progress. But stability without asset growth is just delayed stress. And this gets worse when we talk about opportunity cost. 2. Opportunity cost, the silent tax. Opportunity cost isn't dramatic. It's invisible. It's the business you didn't start, the skill you didn't build, the index fund you didn't fund, the risk you didn't take when you had fewer responsibilities. When you're 23, you can afford mistakes. You can pivot, move cities, switch industries, live lean. When you're 33 with fixed expenses and lifestyle expectations, different story. Let's be real for a second. How many hours a week do you spend consuming content? Scrolling, streaming, gaming, just vibing? No judgment. We all do it. But here's the sharp question. Are those hours restoring you or anesthetizing you? Because if you're spending 20 hours a week in passive consumption mode, that's over 1,000 hours a year. That's 6 months of full-time work. 6 months. Imagine if even half of that went into learning high-income skills, building something scalable, studying investing properly, networking with intention. That's not hustle culture. That's leverage culture. And this is the moment where it might sting a bit. If 5 years from now you're in the same financial position, it won't be because you lacked intelligence. It'll be because you leaked time in small, socially acceptable ways. That's the silent tax. Not inflation, not taxes, not the market. Your unstructured time. And the compounding effect of that leak is brutal, because time compounds either way. Neglect compounds, distraction compounds, comfort compounds. But so does discipline. And that leads to the next realization. 3, the identity shift most people avoid. This isn't about money. It's about identity. Do you see yourself as someone who consumes income, or someone who converts income into assets? Most people say they want financial freedom, but their behavior says they want financial comfort. There's a difference. Comfort is, I just want enough to not stress. Freedom is, I want my time detached from my labor. That requires systems, investments, ownership, equity, compounding assets, not just a higher salary. And this is where a lot of ambitious 18-30-year-olds get trapped. You optimize your resume, you chase promotions, you negotiate raises, all solid moves. But if all your energy goes into increasing active income and none into building assets, you've built a better hamster wheel. A premium one maybe, but still a wheel. Pause and think. If your income stopped tomorrow, how long would your current lifestyle last? Not theoretically. Realistically. 3 months? 6? A year? That gap between your answer and indefinitely is your dependency gap. And dependency is expensive. This is the discomfort moment. Because you're not irresponsible. You're probably above average. But above average in a system designed to keep you average still keeps you average. Brutal, I know. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need to double your income. You need to redirect your time. 4. Time as a financial asset. We talk about money like it's the ultimate asset. It's not. Time is. Money can compound because time exists. Remove time and compounding dies. So the question shifts from, how much am I earning? To, how much of my time is building future optionality? Optionality means the ability to walk away from a toxic job, the ability to take a sabbatical, the ability to invest during downturns without panic, the ability to move countries if you want. Optionality is power, and power comes from accumulated assets, not accumulated stress. Here's something most people don't calculate. If you invest consistently from 22 to 32, then stop, and someone else starts at 32 and invests double what you did, you still likely win long term, not because you're smarter, because you respected time. Time is the great multiplier, but only if you give it something to multiply. Right now, ask yourself, is my current lifestyle feeding future leverage or just sustaining present comfort? There's nothing wrong with enjoying life. Travel, eat well, have a laugh. Proper balance matters. But if enjoyment consistently outruns asset building, the math eventually catches up. And math is cold. It doesn't care that you meant to start investing soon. It doesn't care that you plan to learn about equities next quarter. It compounds what you actually do, not what you intended. And this is where most people get it wrong. They wait for motivation. But wealth is built on systems, not vibes. Automatic investing, skill stacking, ownership mindset, deliberate allocation of time. Calm, boring, effective. No hype, just math and identity. So let's reframe this. You're not broke. You're early. And being early is powerful. If you stop leaking the anxiety you sometimes feel about money, it's not always about scarcity. It's about misalignment. Deep down, you know you're capable of more leverage, more control, more optionality, more strategic thinking. You don't want fast money. You want durable freedom. That starts with one shift. Treat time like capital. Before you budget dollars, budget hours. Before you optimize expenses, optimize attention. Before you chase higher income, build assets that detach income from effort. This isn't about quitting your job tomorrow. It's about converting part of your life into ownership. Ownership of investments, skills, equity, systems. The goal isn't to look rich, it's to become time rich. And here's the calm truth. You don't need extreme discipline. You need consistent redirection. An hour a day, automated investing, intentional learning, measured risk-taking while you're still flexible. 5 years of that, different life. 10 years, different identity. The compounding won't feel dramatic at first. It'll feel boring, then subtle, then obvious, then unstoppable. And one day you'll look back and realize the biggest financial upgrade you ever made wasn't a raise. It was when you stopped leaking time. If this shifted how you see your current routine, the next step is obvious. You need to understand how income alone can quietly trap you, even as it rises. That's exactly what I break down in the next video. The salary trap nobody talks about. Because once you fix the time leak, the salary trap is the next ceiling to remove. Watch that now. Your future self is already compounding. The only question is, are you?